It's two-sided. One side is for smaller nails and the other side is for larger nails. So you place the nail, if it won't fit in the small end, then you place it in the large end. So here's how it works. You feed the rod in and you place the nail in the hole. And that one was too big for that end, so you switched it to this side, put it in there, and then wherever you want to place the nail, it's in a difficult location or something, you just place it like that and hammer it in. It will countersink it as well. It's hardened steel, magnetic tip. It's really good for hard to reach places, difficult angles, and works with finish nails, screws, nails of all different sizes. It helps reduce bent nails, especially in difficult locations. And it's less likely to damage the surface that you're nailing into because the hammer will be hitting here. Plus it's safer as well because it removes your hand from the surface further away. It's a bigger surface to hit as well. But when you hammer a nail, usually you end up hitting your hand or something you didn't intend to hit. Next we'll show it in action. So I'm going to nail this nail into this surface here. Again, there it is stuck on the magnet. Anyway, you just draw it back, place it, and then hammer it in. Here's an example of an area that's hard to hit or to hammer. If you were trying to hit in here, it'd be really difficult because the hammer wouldn't be able to nail it in all the way. So let's say you want to hammer here. Just place it right there in the corner. And then you hammer out here. See, the nail's in the corner. And you didn't damage anything. Normally, I mean, that would be impossible to do without this. Here's another good example of a hard to reach location. So this is the top of a garage door. Let's say you need to fasten this this trim board here. I mean, you would not be able to hammer that in there. So basically, hammer it in right there. So place the nail in, you hold it right here. See? It's flush, recessed a little bit. Here's another example. It's a really difficult location to hammer. I mean, it would be impossible to nail right here. So I've got a smaller finish nail. See? Perfectly set. Okay, here, this location again, I'm just going to demonstrate. This will actually hammer in a screw. You can use it just to start a screw, or you can nail them all the way in. First I'll show you, I'll just get it started. So if you wanted to screw this in, it's ready to start. Sometimes it's really difficult to get a screw started, especially if the surface is hard. So this is a great way to do that. But if you want to hammer in a screw, here's another example of a place that was really hard for me to hammer in a nail. This is my daughter's gymnastics medal holder, and there's a piece here that made it impossible to hammer in a nail. You just couldn't hit it in. So this ended up being a great location. This is all I did. I basically just loaded it up here, set it, and nailed it in. As you can see, it didn't do any damage to the display here, for the hanger. Any place. Here's another location. This is some crown molding. These spots here can be really difficult to hammer. So not only is it difficult to swing the hammer, but you're very likely to damage that trim board. So this helps to control where you're going and how much damage you do to the actual crown board. Let's say you needed to drive one in at this location. You would be able to hammer it in part of the way, but you're not going to be able to finish it. So this is really useful for countersinking in these difficult locations. So, and if I needed to hammer it in here, basically I'd drive it in and it would end up being flush and not sticking out, and wouldn't that be damaging this surface around it. I found that this was really useful for cabinet makers and people that make furniture and different things, because sometimes it's really difficult to get in these areas. So obviously, say you needed to hammer here or start a screw, it'd be really easy to get in here. Here's another example. This is a coat rack area, and let's say you needed to set a couple nails here in these corners. It would be impossible. You know, you're more than likely going to hit something or damage this, or probably just hurt yourself. But it'd be really easy to set a nail in one of these locations. Okay, so that's a quick video showing some of the uses for the Nailed It tool. I appreciate your time. Thank you.